We just added this 2023 Silverado ZR2 to our fleet, and we want to show you why we rate this truck the most capable stock overlanding truck available right now. To do this, we are going to cover 9 different categories that can be applied to any vehicle. So let's jump in to see why we give this truck a 6.5 out of 10. All right, let's talk price. The ZR2 Silverado is a brand new model in the Silverado lineup. As far as price goes, at $75,000, this thing is not cheap, especially as you compare it to the Tundra TRD Pro at $71,000. You get a lot of options and features in this truck, but we're gonna deduct 1 point because it's still a very expensive vehicle. All right, the next point that we want to discuss is the engine and the transmission in this truck. The ZR2 has a 6.2 liter V8, which I love. I just love that it still has a V8 in it. It's 420 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque, and it's paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters, which is kind of cool. The thing I really like about this truck and transmission is the power's there, it's smooth, it's just a joy to drive, honestly. One drawback though, because it is a V8, is the fuel economy. You're probably not gonna get the best fuel economy with this V8. But other than that, we don't care. We love the V8, it's solid. We're gonna give this an extra point in our rating. One of the most important categories for an off-road overlanding vehicle is ground clearance and approach angle. And the ZR2 really excels at this. If you take a look at the front end of this truck, this front bumper is designed for good approach angle. There's really good approach angle right here in the middle, as well as in the wings of the bumper. If you go to the rear of the truck, it's not gonna be quite as good for a departure angle because it is a truck, but there is high clearance exhaust, so that makes a big difference when you're coming off ledges and things like that. The other thing that's important is this truck is lifted from the factory, so you get better ground clearance just under the vehicle. The other thing we want to hit is protection. The front end of this truck is great. If you look at that, metal. You got a full metal front bumper, which is going to fare much better than plastic. And then if you take a look underneath, you've got some really decent factory skids. So I think the ZR2 and Chevy have done a great job in building this truck for off-roading, and we're going to give them a point for their efforts. It definitely will make a difference out on the trail. The next 2 categories to discuss are wheels and tires and suspension. As far as tires go, this truck comes with the Goodyear Wrangler Territory MT, which is a great tire. It's got a really awesome sidewall, and we're excited to test that out a little more. Tire size is an LT 275 70/18, which I think is a great tire size to come on a factory truck. Not too big, not too small, it's kind of right in the middle. Will work for the majority of people. Suspension-wise, this truck has the Multimatic DSSV shocks, which I think as far as a factory shock are phenomenal. They perform well in lots of different conditions, and overall I think they're a really good fit for the ZR2. When it comes to our point system, we're gonna give it a wash on this. We think the tire and wheel setup is good, not over the top or great. Same with the suspension. It can be a little challenging when you go to lift this truck. The other thing is the wheel well on the ZR2 is pretty square, so bigger tires can be hard to fit. So we're gonna leave it at a wash, and we'll go from there. One of the coolest things about the ZR2 is that it comes with a front and rear locker. This is a total game changer for off-roading, especially since this is the only full-size truck that comes with both lockers. Because of that, it definitely gets a couple points in our book. The ZR2 has great storage options, and that's the next category we want to talk about. Here in the back seat, you have plenty of under-seat storage. You also have behind the seat storage with easy access, plus there's a lot of room here. And the bed of the truck offers endless storage possibilities. And while we're back here, let's jump into our last category, which is features. So this tailgate is a dual-purpose tailgate. It's got this awesome step feature, so it's easy to get in and out of the truck. Also, if you look at the back of the truck, you've got LED lights and a 10-volt plug, which is a great feature for overlanding. And the last feature we want to show you before we jump inside are the tow hooks. These are absolutely essential for an off-road truck. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and it's time to go over the interior features on the ZR2. First and foremost, the driver's gonna be sitting and riding in style. You got full dual tone leather seats that are heated and cooled with contrast stitching, full digital dash with total customizable options to set it up just the way that you want. The touchscreen is great. It's a 13.4-inch screen, so it's extra large, although it's not quite as big as the Tundra, but I do like how it's inset into the dash. I feel like it gives better visibility out the front of the truck. All the buttons here are really easy to access from the driver's seat and control. You've got great storage up front, great cup holders, your gear shift here, wireless charging access, which is also really nice, and it's really kind of a cool feature, which leads right into your huge center console that has organization totes built into it, so I feel like it's much more usable than a standard truck. Overall, the ZR2 has a great interior. It really feels premium, and I think they've taken it to another level for sure, so they definitely deserve extra points, and we're going to give it to them. That wraps up our review on the ZR2 Silverado. We covered 9 different categories and rate this vehicle a 6.5 out of 10. We gave this vehicle such a great rating because we truly think it is the best off-road capable vehicle straight off the lot. So if we missed anything, let us know. If you guys have any questions about this truck, let us know and comment below. Otherwise, we'll see you out on the trail.